Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. 737th Training Group, United States Air Force, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas. Subject: Commander's Excellence Streamer. The Commander's Excellence Streamer is awarded to the 331st Training Squadron, Flight 811, for their significant accomplishments demonstrating teamwork, excellence, and esprit de corps during the period of 30 September 2019 through 22 November 2019. Signed, Michael Newsom, Colonel, United States Air Force. Graduating airmen passing in review today represent a portion of the 40,000 recruits who will complete basic military training this year. The 737th Training Group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the enlisted corps of the greatest Air Force in the world. The military training instructors are responsible for the indoctrination, development, and discipline of the airmen. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates have proven through academic studies, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they are ready to take their place in the United States Air Force. The flights you will view today are a representation of the enlisted force. Each flight represents an enlisted member of the Air Force who has embodied our core values and contributed to its heritage. As our graduates turn left onto the bomb run to pass and review, they will march over the Enlisted Heroes Walk. The airmen recognized on the pavers have been awarded our nation's highest honors, representing heroic and unselfish actions as members of the United States Air Force in armed conflict, including present-day operations in Afghanistan. They include 8 Medals of Honor, 27 Air Force Crosses, and 188 Silver Stars awarded for bravery during encounters with hostile enemy combatants. These enlisted heroes serve to inspire all airmen to execute their duties courageously and with honor in the service to this great nation. Armed with the knowledge of our past, the airmen will exit the Heroes Walk by marching over a blue line, signifying their accession into the greatest air power in the world. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the 737th Training Group's Drum and Bugle Corps from the 321st Training Squadron, performing today under the direction of Master Sergeant Douglas Koss, hometown Tiglianople, Pennsylvania. These trainees are also in basic military training, but have been hand-selected to perform for ceremonies of this type. We would like for you to notice our national, state, and territorial flags. As these flags pass and review, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies for our national flag. Once the flags have passed and review, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all our guests the opportunity to view the flights as they pass and review. Now passing in review, our Commander of Airmen is Technical Sergeant Terry Latham, Military Training Instructor, 322nd Training Squadron, hometown Brookville, Indiana. From the 321st Training Squadron, the 737th Training Group Drum and Bugle Corps, led by Technical Sergeant Jeffrey Isaac, hometown Gaithersburg, Maryland, and Staff Sergeant Charles Chinchilla, hometown Tucson, Arizona. The A Squadron Commander is Master Sergeant Jarmia Ott, Military Training Instructor, 331st Training Squadron, hometown Mobile, Alabama. From the 331st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 3, Kipling Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Edward Bott, hometown Beckley, West Virginia. From the 331st Training Squadron, representing the Air Force 1st Female Chief Master Sergeant, Peterson Flight, led by Master Sergeant Christina Richard, hometown Bronx, New York. From the 331st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 13, Finch Flight, led by Master Sergeant Freddie Rengifo, hometown Caracas, Venezuela. From the 331st Training Squadron, representing a Medal of Honor recipient, Smith Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Kelsey Hannafin, hometown Alton, New Hampshire. From the 326th Training Squadron, representing the first 100% disabled airmen to re-enlist Del Toro Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Jodeci Mitchell, hometown Jonestown, Mississippi. From the 326th Training Squadron, representing a Medal of Honor recipient, Chapman Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Michael Gladkowski, hometown Los Angeles, California. The squadron selected as a color guard is from the 322nd Training Squadron, led by Master Sergeant Brandon Johnson, hometown New Orleans, Louisiana. Carry our state and territorial flags are from the 321st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 12, Bankin Flight, led by Master Sergeant Tyrone Palmer, hometown Vaughan, North Carolina, and Technical Sergeant John Jarvis, hometown Gonzales, Louisiana. The B Squadron Commander is Staff Sergeant Gary Schulte, Military Training Instructor, 321st Training Squadron, hometown Wichita Falls, Texas. From the 326th Training Squadron, representing a Purple Heart recipient, Griffin Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Michael Romaniak, hometown Attica, New York. From the 326th Training Squadron, representing a Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient, Nathan Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Robert Martin, hometown Merced, California. From the 324th Training Squadron, representing a Medal of Honor recipient, Levito Flight, led by Technical Sergeant John Williams, hometown Hamilton, Texas. From the 324th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 2, Harlow Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Anna Ramirez, hometown Milwaukee, Wisconsin. From the 321st Training Squadron, representing the most decorated airman in the Air Force, Happy Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Leslie Moore, hometown Dayton, Ohio. From the 321st Training Squadron, representing one of the first airmen to be awarded the Air Force Combat Action Medal, Colon Lopez Flight, led by Master Sergeant Marcus Thompson, hometown Raleigh, North Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the United States Air Force song. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. Over the last 8.5 weeks, the airmen before you have transformed transformed from civilians into motivated, disciplined warrior airmen with the foundation to serve in the world's greatest Air Force. Once these airmen leave basic military training, they will continue on to technical training to learn the skills needed to perform in one of over 118 Air Force specialties. They will then move on to serve at one of over 84 Air Force bases around the world or work directly with our sister services. As these airmen move on to technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the Air Force. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibilities and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in an expeditionary environment while maintaining home station readiness. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the United States military, and even a smaller percentage in the United States Air Force. You should be proud of their accomplishments thus far. The airmen before you have reached a milestone in their Air Force journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors. These airmen are the future of our Air Force and will pave the way for future generations of airmen as we continue to fly, fight, and win. We would like to take a moment to congratulate all of our Squadron Honor graduates as well as their families. Basic Military Training Honor graduates distinguished themselves by being ranked in the top 10% of all airmen graduating in their class. The exceptional sustained excellence these airmen displayed throughout basic military training earned them this outstanding distinction. As the airmen march forward for the oath of enlistment, we would like to thank the families and friends who are here in support of the airmen graduating today. Your words of encouragement help motivate these airmen through 8.5 weeks of basic military training. On behalf of the United States Air Force and Air Force Basic Military Training, we extend our thanks to the many families and friends of America's airmen for the support of our airmen and the greatest air power the world has ever known. Chief Master Sergeant Walker will now come forward and address our graduated airmen.
Good morning. Report over the week of our family and friends. Report is going to become even more important in the coming days. To our graduates, congratulations. 8.5 weeks ago, you arrived through these gates as individuals, and you're going to leave today as a team. You're joining the greatest Air Force the world has ever known, and I'm extremely proud to be your teammate, and I look forward to the great things you'll accomplish in the future. Make sure that you remember the pride that you have right now, every day throughout your Air Force career. I'm proud to be your wingman, proud to be on your team, and at this time it's my distinct honor to introduce my wingman, the Air Base Wing Commander from Hill Air Force Base, 75th Air Base Wing, Colonel John Everlin.
I want to echo the Chief's remarks and thanking our family and friends for the support, because this is not a weapon-friendly day, if you know what I mean. The last time I was on this bomb run was 29 years ago when I graduated from basic military training in November of 1990, believe it or not. And like many of you men and women out there in our formation this morning, I marched the passing review on this bomb run. I encourage you to reflect on your time in basic military training, because there was a lot more learned here over these last 8.5 months than how to square away a sock and underwear drawer or how to fix a wall locker. And being able to be called an airman in the United States Air Force. This is the greatest Air Force the world has ever known, and I am very proud to have you as part of this team. Correct. Reflect back on this foundation that you built in basic military training. It will not fail you, because you learn things like teamwork, trust, loyalty, commitment, compassion, and how to work together. All of these traits will serve you well. Best of luck to each and every one of you. It's an honor to have you as part of the Air Force team. So on behalf of the Air Force family, welcome, Airman. So, I have just one question for each of you. Are you prepared to join the world's greatest Air Force? I think they're ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Colonel Everlin will now administer the oath of enlistment.
Defend the
Thank you, Colonel Everland. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as our newest airmen recite the Airman's Creed and remain in place for the departure of our official party. I am an American Airman.
I am a warrior. I answer my name's call. I am an American Airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. I am an American Airman, guardian of freedom and justice. My nation's sword and shield, its century and avenger. I defend my country with my life. I am an American Airman, wingman, leader, warrior. I will never leave an airman behind. I will never falter. Never will I fail.
Thank you. Please be seated. From the bleachers, from your left to your right, the first 4 heritage flights are from the 331st Training Squadron, Kisley, Peterson, Finch, and Smith flights. They are followed by Del Toro, Chapman, Griffin, and Nathan flights from the 326th Training Squadron. The next 2 flights are from the 324th Training Squadron, Levitto and Harlow flights. The last 2 flights are from the 321st Training Squadron, Hackney and Colon Lopez flights. Instructors, dismiss your flights. Will be released to their visitors at the equipment locker to your left after they secure the flags. Please be careful while exiting the bleachers and while moving onto the grassy areas. For your safety, we also ask that you only use the stairs to exit the bleachers. All airmen are now released to their visitors. Thank you for your attention.
Nice to meet you. Thank you, you too. Good luck.
I would normally go down like that, but like I'm not
playing? Is it recording? Is it recording? I don't. Am I recording? The SJP.
Oh wow, Michael didn't even jog going on. Right there, so. Let me get a picture.
Shit's dirty. Yeah, I know.
I've got my phone. Put yours away.
He's just to the right of the ladies.
Got anybody gonna get tapped out for?
Where? They're all so tall.
He's in this line right here next to the women.
Just take your umbrella because I keep whacking people. Where? Where is he?
This line, halfway back.
Okay.
Hang on, let's just come back.
We should probably try to get
Peyton.
Don't smile, darling. Congratulations. I don't know how to turn it off. Give your hand. Let's get out of here.
We're gonna leave. Go that
You have to go back to the dorm where you work.
way. That's your white belt? Congratulations.
Well, we're going to get a bunch of pictures.
Come on, Spence.
He was, right? That was the one who freaking won.
Stay there.
Did he salute you? Did he salute you back?
The one in the flight suit yesterday. Yeah.
Did you get the towel that fell under the bleacher?
Where are you guys parked?
Back where we parked yesterday.
Oh, okay. We're parked. Wow.
I sometimes feel myself it's not falling. Get better.